If you have to adjust, now this is the important part of step number 3 that we talked about, of understanding how to adjust like a samurai warrior. You need to understand how to adjust at a high level, because if you do, you could turn that 1 to 2% into 2.5%, 3%, as high as 4% that we have made on these trades in a 1 week time frame, in a 7-day time frame. The apprenticeship is a process that you will follow me around for a year. You'll literally learn how to trade at a super high level for a 12-month period. This video is on changing the dynamics of trading, even if you have a full-time job. You can transform your life with what we call the 7 DTE strategy here at the Dorian Trader. If you work a full-time job, or if you have the opportunity to trade during the day, you can still execute a 7 DTE trade and consistently make money week after week after week. Here at the Dorian Trader, we have structured a trade that we call the 7 DTE process. It's a weekly trade. It's a 7-day trade, days to expiration, or DTE means days to expiration. And we have set it up in a way that you should win 95+% of the time if you can learn the strategic process of the trade. We call it 4 steps. First step is understanding how to put on the trade. How do you put on what we call an iron condor, or is what is called out there an iron condor? How do you put that on? How do you strategically place that trade? We teach you that at the Dorian Trader. Number 2, how do you read that trade? Once you put it on, how do you determine what's going on with that trade? How much does it cost to buy it back? How much have you made on it since you opened it? How much you've made that day? How much did you receive when you sold the trade originally? What's happening if the net lick is going up? What's happening if it's going down? What's happening based on your deltas being negative or positive? You have to understand how to read that trade on a high level so you can be able to manage the trade successfully throughout the week's process, or that week process. Number 3, you're going to need to know how to adjust the trade. You need to know how to adjust the trade at a super high level. We have a video that we talk about adjusting like a samurai warrior, where you really need to be just excellent at your adjusting like a samurai is with wielding the sword. You need to know how to adjust. You need to know how to do reactive adjusting, or kind of defensive adjusting. And then you also need to know how to do proactive adjusting, or offensive adjusting. We teach you that at the Dorian Trader. And the last main step that you need to understand is how to take that trade off. How do you take that iron condor off? Do you take it off with 50% profit, 75% profit? Do you take it off with something less than that? What time should you take the trade off? And do you take it off as a put spread, or do you take it off as a call spread? Do you take off the short legs only? How do you manage that trade when it's time to take it off? It's super important that you understand that. Believe it or not, it's not just some easy way of taking off the trade all the time. Most of the time it's going to be easy to take the trade off, but it is some nuances regarding taking off short-term trades, including the 7 DT trade. Some people understand that it's that way with a 0 or 1 DT trade, but it's also that way with a 7 DT trade. So we believe through these 4 processes that you learn regarding this strategy that you can transform your life if you have a day job, or if you have a night job, or whatever the case may be. If you can learn this strategy, you can darn near print money on a weekly basis. Now, it all starts with how much you're starting with. Right? We at the Dorian Trader say you need to have 5,000 allocated to every one contract that you use. So if you're going to, as you can see on the screen here, if you're going to have 5K, then you can use 1 contract. Okay? That's going to equal 1 contract. Let's put it this way. 5K is going to equal one contract that you can use. 10K is going to equal two contracts that you can use. 15K is equaling three contracts you can use, and 20K is equaling four contracts you use, and then so forth. So you can scale based on every 5,000 that you have in your account. And what you're trying to make is 1 to 2% every single week on the monies that you have allocated to the trade, or the monies that are in your account. So if you have a $20,000 account and you're going to use four contracts, where you're trying to make 1 to 2% every single week on that $20,000. If you have to adjust, now this is the important part of step number 3 that we talked about, of understanding how to adjust like a samurai warrior. You need to understand how to adjust at a high level, because if you do, you could turn that 1 to 2% into 2.5%, 3%, as high as 4% that we have made on these trades in a 1 week time frame, in a 7-day time frame. Once you adjust, you can and most likely will make more than the 1% or the 2%. If you do not have to adjust, then what you're going to make is 1%, but that's fine. Sometimes you can make 1% in a day, a lot of times in 2 days, 3 days. That is pretty awesome without having to make any adjustments. You put the trade on, next thing you know, you have won 1% on your monies. That can be pretty powerful. So we at the Dorian Trader believe that if you have a desire to learn how to trade, we can teach you how to trade. If you have the fortitude to be able to put in the time and learn the process, you can learn how to trade. Some people 3, 6, 12 months, and consistently be able to at least supplement your income. If you're looking to trade full time, we have this program called the apprenticeship. Check the description area for our memberships. The apprenticeship is a process that you will follow me around for a year. You'll literally learn how to trade at a super high level for a 12-month period. And if you do not make at least 24% or averaging 2% per month at least over that 12-month period, we'll give you half your monies back. That's our guarantee. If you put in the work and you still don't make at least 24% in that year, we'll give you half your monies back. If you're interested in learning about the apprenticeship because you are wanting to one day trade full time, check out our website under memberships. But it's super important that regardless if you're going to learn how to be a full-time trader or just learn to supplement your income or enhance the stocks that you buy by using options, super important that you have the discipline and the fortitude to study. Do not allow your undisciplined life, or do not allow not being disciplined, to cause you to squander your opportunity to have a skill in trading that could supplement your income at the very least at a substantial rate or amount. Let us help you. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment area. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.